Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Assassination Classroom Season 2, Episode 13. And last episode, the principal just like after class 3E, right? What was it? 3A. Class 3E won, and then class A basically rejected his method of teaching or whatever. He lost it. He slapped um what's his name? Asano. He slapped Asano and then went to the class 3E, and it's like trying to destroy the building. It's like he's going to transfer them to this new affiliate school that he's building. And then now him and Kuro Sensei are now like during this challenge basically where he had placed these bombs inside these textbooks, and Kuro Sensei has to answer the question that's on the right or something or other. I don't know, before the thing explodes. I don't know, just a whole mess of things. And I'm like, dude, I hate him. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/philomini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. Oh my goodness. Yes. I guess he did it. Your turn. Go. I particularly don't care. Asano Sensei. I knew that he was not going to win against Kuro Sensei. I just didn't know how Kuro Sensei was going to go about winning this thing. But it's like the guy already memorized these textbooks, and the only one that he didn't was the math one, which was the first one that he did, right? So it's like, in your face. When I was about to sit down and react to all the things that I need to react to, I had a choice between starting with Log Horizon or Assassination Classroom because they both ended at a place in the previous episode where I was really looking forward to what's going to happen. But Log Horizon won out of that one, so like, oh, I don't know. Let live time. Huh. Wait, this what class 3E what is, right? He's not gonna like what he sees. Wait, he's dead? Oh, okay. He's not gonna die from it. Baka. Oh, he still has the. Oh, I forgot about that. It's you guys. Nope. They're gonna turn that into an assassination attempt. Ay, ay, ay. I that is creepy. Of course, she will come up with something like that. What storm is that? Hey. You know, I've always wondered, like, okay, during these last few episodes, they've been talking about how, well, Kurosensei has been making this comparison between his method of teaching and the principal's method of teaching and whatnot. And there was a previous episode where he's like, Kurosensei was like, he's teaching from this point of view. What is he basing his teaching stuff from? So I knew there was going to be some kind of backstory when it comes to him. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't care what the backstory is. I'm still not going to like him. And then that backstory happened this episode. And even with that, I'm like, usually for me, when you see someone acting pretty awful and then you showed what pushed them to act that way, it usually winds up changing my mind about that person. But in his case, I'm still like, I don't care. Like, I understand it, but I don't care. Okay, so he started basically being the good teacher, okay, that Kuro Sensei is. He created this cram school where class 3E is now. And his first 3 students that he taught, they did amazingly, and then they moved on. And when other parents learned how amazing he was with those kids, they started sending their kids to him as well. And then 3 or 4 years later, he gets a call from the boy. There were 2 boys. Well, and then when he was talking to him, I could tell that the kid didn't just call him out of nowhere. I could tell that it wasn't just to check on him kind of call, to see how he was doing and all that. I knew it wasn't that. Just that. But then I did not expect him to kill himself because he was basically being bullied. And I guess they're trying to make it seem like the time that he spent with, what's his name? The principal, Asano. The time that he spent with him basically made him soft, right? And that's why he didn't stand up for himself and he wound up killing himself. So now Principal Asano is like, okay, now I need to teach my students to be strong, and even if they have to crush anybody under their feet. And I'm like, okay, that's where I'm disconnecting from him. I understand you wanted them to create this strong student that can take care of themselves and not be influenced by others so that they don't push you to commit suicide or something or other. I understand that part of it, but it's like be strong enough so you can crush the weak. That doesn't make any. I don't agree with that. So that's where my understanding of his motivation stopped at. No. And then he's like, okay, I need to know what like strength, the word strength really is. And then he did all of these things, and now he's created this school and he's teaching this. Okay, he mentioned at one point, excuse me, I think it was during the previous episode where he left home right and was going to school, and then there was this guy that he approached, and then he told him that he was the one that basically pushed him to become the gambling person that he was, And I'm like, I didn't get that. And during this episode, they were like, was he the one that pushed the kid to kill himself, or was he the father of the kid? I don't know. But it was basically because they were the cause, basically, of the kid's death. That's why he used his powers of persuasion or whatever to get this person to become an addict to gambling and all of that. So I'm like, okay, now that makes sense. But then everything else, like, nah. And then after, it was his turn to open the book. He started to open the book and it was going to explode, so he was going to die. And he decided he was going to do it because either way, after March comes or something or other, the earth was going to explode anyway, so everybody else was going to die. So even if he dies earlier, that's not going to change anything or something or other. But then I knew he wasn't going to die. Like, I knew that was soon going to happen. Like, Kurosensei was not going to let him die. And he saved him. And Kurosensei made it seem like, yeah, his new method of teaching about the strengthening his students or whatnot, he also subconsciously is also doing his old method of teaching by sending those class 3E students over there and having Kurosensei, I guess, teach him the way he used to teach those 3Ks or something or other. I'm like, okay, I guess. Well, I'm like, nah. And it seems like this conversation, I guess, that he had with Kurosensei also made him realize that he could be a better father or something. I don't know. Sometimes it takes time for me to fully assimilate an episode and fully understand like the causality of things, how this particular thing led to this. I don't think I'm fully there yet with this episode, and maybe that's why I'm not fully I guess understand, but I'm not fully still in with the principle. I don't know if I'm making any kind of sense, but either way, Class 3E is still gonna be Class 3E. He's not gonna be destroying the school. Now he's like, okay, once in a while I want to come in and try to kill you. Okay. And yeah. And after all that happened, the kids were like, okay, you promised to tell us your greatest weakness if we win this exam thing. And his weakness is like, if you were able to hold all of his tentacle down, like he's not gonna be able to move. And I'm like, for real? The kids were like, for real? How the heck are you supposed to hold all your tentacles down? That doesn't help us with anything. But yeah, and then that was the first part of this episode, and then the second part was them creating this play. I'm like, the others, students, especially those two that they always show when I'm like, ugh. They were the ones that try to mess with Nagisa during the first few episodes. They always show up when it comes to class 3A and they make some tonight comment or something or other. So when class 3A was about to do their thing, and then they were like, okay, they were gonna make fun again this particular instance as well. And then they started this episode, this play. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This married couple, and then she's pregnant, and then the guy's like, there's this speech, and then, it's gonna make him rich, and then the woman presents him with the divorce, and then you have the divorce lawyers, and then you have the woman that has all these proofs about the man's, infidelity and or something or other. I'm like, what the heck kind of play is this? And when they were done, why is this so heavy? And even our son was like, this class 3E. I'm like, they always basically show him up, I guess, And at the end, the principal was talking about how, I guess he had this conversation with the government, and he's seeing what's coming down the line when it comes to Koro Sensei. And he's wondering how Kuro Sensei was going to be able to, how all of this was going to affect, I guess, Class 3E and Kuro Sensei or something or other. Like, he's the only one that can predict what's going to happen. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. And sure, you can predict it, but who cares? I mean, they're making it sound like it's going to be this super... probably amazing, awful thing that Cross is not gonna be able to get out of, or something that's gonna maybe also affect Class 3E negatively. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/filming, where you can find the full length of all my reactions there and early access to episode 14, I believe. That's already uploaded there. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.